are you this evening? Oh, hi, Mom. Merry Christmas. Good to see you, too. Get that out of there now. Elizabeth, hello. Good to see you. I hope the camera's not too low. I set it by myself this evening. Oh, wait. Yes. Wait, I muted it. I turned the sound down, but then I turned the captions on.
Wow.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, wait. You don't need captions.
Off. Okay, we don't have to look at that. Hi, Julie. How are you? Oh, thank you, Johnny. All right. I think I've got my act together. I'm so glad to see everyone. Okay, we are finally live on YouTube. There? What?
We're on the YouTubes.
We're on the YouTubes
Yoink.
and the Facebooks.
Everywhere.
All right.
Yada yada.
See?
Yeah,
hi, Lisa and Errol. Good to see you both.
Well, hello.
What do you think?
I think it probably could be a little higher. What do you think?
All right, you can raise it. Hi, Jeff. Good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're just going to get our camera situation straightened out.
Okay.
Just a second.
Watch on the monitor.
And then I'm ready to have that martini. I'm watching.
Watch on the monitor and on your phone so you can see it in real time. That's
all right.
Okay, ready?
Yep. Okay, that's too high.
Too high.
That's good.
Okay.
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 All right. Whew, we got that straightened out. Hi, Jennifer. Oh, you're prepped with your 5 olive martini. I have 5 olives for my martini.
Oh, you do?
And I think I'm ready to make it.
I think she's talking about a different 5 olives.
Like
yeah.
Now.
Mm-hmm. How about that? Oh, I feel naked. Sorry. Forgot my little guy.
Little Santa.
Little Santa. My Santa. Bring me some stash. Or $5.
Merry Christmas to you, Lisa. Yeah. Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hello. Yes.
So.
I was wished to Mary at the pizza joint earlier today. So we were like, right, yeah, Merry
all right.
pizzas.
Well, good.
Pizzas are usually.
I was very merry.
Frequently covered in round red things and green stuff.
Hi, Chaz.
So there you go. It's a treat. Hello, Chaz.
So
yes,
you just
Eve.
Did you have a lovely libation while you were out?
I had one.
Oh, okay. See, I'm way behind on my
You're
drinking.
way behind your
I haven't had one.
It wasn't a mix though. That's not the kind of thing.
Oh, happy Xmas Eve.
Eve.
I love it. That's hilarious.
That's like a Christmas version of All About Eve. Happy Christmas Eve. Eve. You can just imagine.
All about
a little dripping condescension coming from Betty.
All about Christmas Eve.
Or what am I thinking?
Errol's going on
Addison.
YouTube for his own experience. All right, well, we'll see Errol on YouTube.
Solo YouTube experience. I like that idea.
Oh, hi, Eric. Good to see you. Eric's there on YouTube as well.
We frequently see fewer people on YouTube, but I think more people watch on big screens and can't comment. So I don't know. I don't know if you're there. And you don't have to comment. It's up to you.
You don't have to.
There's no requirement here. But if you want to be visible, the channel demands that.
And if you don't, we'll never actually know. So,
I will never know. So
anyway.
If you tell me later, I watch the show every week. Great. Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate that, So when
what was I was about to say? Oh, I know what I was about to say. Speaking of Eves.
Eve.
We will be dropping the ball on New Year's Eve.
Yes.
So.
Go and be here.
If anyone is free on New Year's Eve, please join us for our annual ball drop. It will be just as spectacular as ever.
Should old acquaintance be forget, ours will still be it.
You can go.
No worries.
Yada, 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 dig. Yeah.
Cha. Hey.
Yes, New Year's Eve.
And if
yes, Errol. Okay, Errol, I see you.
Hey, there we go.
On YouTube.
We got Lisa and Errol. Separate platforms.
So.
I need a second monitor here. Or like 3 of them like they used to have at the White House,
New Year's Eve.
3 sets.
We'll probably start, what do you think, 11 or 11?
11:30. We usually start 11:30.
We'll choose a time. We usually start about 11:30 Eastern time. There was one year we dropped the ball in
3 different time zones.
At least 3 time zones.
At least 3 time zones.
So,
United States.
Yeah, so if you don't have plans on New Year's Eve, spend it with us.
And I think at the beginning of the broadcast, somebody from Australia or New Zealand dropped in, and I'm like, well, hello from tomorrow, because they were already there.
Oh, hi, Doug. Doug says, my Facebook video casts to the big screen and is up to 40 seconds ahead of YouTube. It is ahead of YouTube. I've noticed that, too.
Some strange things. You know, we used to go to one platform when we were real time. Now there's a delay when we're watching, which is,
Hi, Scott.
disconcerting. I can watch the screen and I'm not there yet. It's fun. It is like living in the future or the past.
Who's dropping
Simultaneously.
Eric says, who's dropping the ball? Glendora. Glendora can make an appearance.
She might just show up.
She might just show up.
Hey, she's a big musical star these days. She's the one dropping the music
Great food
recently.
and beverage.
Did everybody see Glendora's Christmas music song? Anybody miss that?
Oh, thank you.
I don't think that our services are sharing it very well, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, we should drop the link.
Alan and Elizabeth, thank you so much.
See, I just took a drink on the screen here, and I put that glass down minutes ago.
But see, they won't hear you say that because it's behind.
Because it's behind. So now you're going to hear me say that in a second and say, no, wait a minute. And then I'll take a drink again, and they'll wonder what I'm talking about.
Oh, I say, I don't think you've missed any of our ball drops. Oh, well. Hi, Devin. And hello, Jeff. Oh, looking forward to Kitsch-en New Year's Eve. Well, thank you.
Kitsch-en
Well,
New Year's Eve.
I'm excited that you'll be here.
And just a note to Lisa, don't worry. Every time you drop in on New Year's Eve, we will definitely drop the ball. That sounds all kinds of wrong.
Dropping the ball. Yes, thank you, Lisa and Errol. We really appreciate that, and we love seeing you.
Hey,
so.
Fun stuff, good time.
So anyway.
So anyway, you're behind.
I'm behind. Oh, Karen.
Minutes into this broadcast.
Oh, Karen, thank you. That's very sweet. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I do appreciate that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Julie says, I saw an article recently about how collectible blow molds are. The funny thing about we do have quite a blow mold collection.
You don't say?
And our total investment in the collection.
So far, ready? Anyone want to guess? Throw out a figure, anybody. This is a good game.
Hi, Sherry.
How much have we invested in our collection? We might have talked about this before,
hello.
which means we've given you some clues. But how much have we? And at this point, I can start counting them. Outside, we've got.
And hello, Ken.
We got 6 toy soldiers. We have 2 inside, so that's a total of 8 toy soldiers. We have 3 sets of candles outside, 1 inside, so it's 4 sets of candles. We have Santa on the roof, and we have another blow mold Santa here. We have another blow mold Santa there. We have a big blow mold Santa snowman outside, and we have a small little head that lights up and flashes. That's got to be, well, it's a whole bunch anyway. Count them up. So how much have we invested total in this collection?
So Devin says $263. Jeff says $1,200. Mom says 0. David says 0.
Yeah, great guesses. We sound like those cheapskates who who thrift all this stuff. Actual 0 unless you've had all the trash. Yeah. Actual investment. I think we can reveal the sum total now is. Remember, you have to Price is Right rules, close as possible without going over.
Scott says $435.97.
$1,000.
Karen says $1,000.
Maybe I'll let this roll for a bit.
Okay. You know what? While we let people ring in, I'm going to start making my martini. I've been looking forward to this all day.
25. We're getting closer, actually.
Yeah, Lisa says 25. Okay, you got to look on YouTube too.
Speaking of dollars, Mr. Dollar, Vegas blow mold collection. Oh wow!
Oh my gosh!
We knew a place when we lived in New Rochelle. There was one house that had this.
Janice, I want Halloween blow molds. We don't have any Halloween.
Yeah, I never see them.
Julie says $299.
Okay,
you got to check on YouTube too.
I'm going to check YouTube.
Johnny says $1 million. It's like Austin Powers.
20 minutes in the future. 20 minutes. Okay. Anybody on YouTube wants to guess, please? Now's the time.
All right, quick before we
How
reveal.
much was it? $1,037.50. That's a great price. I love that.
Okay, so
because we knew that. You remember that house in New York that had a really deep Florida room?
I do.
It was a really large glassed-in room. They filled it with blow molds every Christmas. It was just so. It was like the Christmas. Not Christmas Story House, but Christmas Vacation House. Auxiliary nuclear power to get this thing going. Amazing.
I need
What do you need?
What
do you do it for?
Measuring thingy.
The little measuring thingy.
So I'm going to stir this. I'm making a martini. I'm going to stir it.
So you need the juice out of shot?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Measure it, okay?
I don't think it's down there.
Are they
Is
there?
it?
Oh.
I think it might be in the kitchen, actually.
I know I showed up late, but I'll be back.
All right. When he comes back, we will reveal the amount.
Get in your final bets.
Eric says $1,350. Waiting till Paul comes back. So, I've been looking forward to this all day. Hi, Peter. I want a martini. It's been like a week since I've had a martini. No, seriously, it has. Actually, it's been 8 days. I had one at the King Cole Bar in New York City, which was super fancy, and I loved it.
It was a good martini, too. I think I had a Negroni there.
You did have a Negroni there.
I like a Negroni, 2 at the most. I was there. This was after a really substantial meal over at Keen's and maybe 1 or 2 drinks. And it was getting late, and I was just like, wow, I need something to...
Is this the Price is Right, Errol? Yeah.
It is. Price is Right rules. I find that they are the best. So you have to guess without going over.
All right, so the person who gets the closest... Oh, week, are you okay? It hasn't been a week since I've had a drink. It's just been a week since I've had a martini. Mm-hmm. So I am going to start with my gin. I'm calling it Santa's Martini, but really it's my favorite formula.
Look, Mama, my gin.
Martinis are a very personal and controversial thing. So,
which is funny because
what I mix might not be what you like.
Damn thing has 2 ingredients. How could you go wrong?
I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. Julie says, "Phew." Yeah, right.
Yeah, we were actually discussing on a seminar recently how a drink that simple could go wrong.
Exactly.
And it can. You ever go to a place, you get a martini, it's like it's not that good. It's like there's 2 things in there.
Yeah.
To a lot of people, there's 1 thing in there.
You had 2 ingredients.
You had 2 ingredients. You had 1 job. You know.
Jen. Yes. Jeez. Okay. So, Jennifer's favorite.
There we go.
The Sapphire. All right. So I started with 2 ounces of gin.
Sapphire. Very nice. By the way, it's about 94 proof. So this is slightly different than, say, your bottle.
This is my first drink of the day.
So you want to give it a little bit of octane, is what you're saying.
I do. I think I've earned some octane. And then I like a half ounce
some octane
of vermouth.
That's a really good proportion, by the way.
So I'm doing a half ounce of my dry vermouth. 2
ounces to half would be 4 to 1.
Yes.
Which I think is a really reasonable proportion.
Oh. I was asking, what do we win? Oh, Hendrix is Julie's favorite now.
I think you might win the satisfaction of a job well done. But
we'll come up with a worthless prize.
But we'll find 3 doors that you can guess about.
We'll come up with a worthless prize. I was thinking of doing some giveaways. Hi, Dean.
Hello.
Yeah, you win a martini
recipe. That's
all right, you got to check YouTube too.
Check YouTube. What do we got? Final answers.
I
got
Eric got French Old. I love French Old.
1,350 from Eric. Okay,
right,
okay. Good guesses. Good guesses.
I need a chilled glass if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all.
Thank you.
If it's really slick, you can do this.
All right, so.
Do you want to give us some accoutrements?
You know what? It's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
What the hey?
It's Christmas time. There's no need to be afraid of what's in the martini.
Hey? I'll put a little...
It has 2 ingredients.
There's no need to be afraid of my martini.
It's a simple drink, the martini.
It's going to be good. All right. Okay. There
you go. It's full of ginny goodness.
Strain.
Just a touch of dry vermouth.
Into your chilled cocktail glass. Ooh, I have a little sidecar.
Oh, you got a sidecar in that sidecar. Mm-hmm.
I don't want to keep it soaking in the... Ah! Okay.
Yeah. Diluting.
All right.
Nobody likes a watery
martini.
Mind.
Thank you. And then my 5 olives.
5 olives? I could have sworn I saw. Ta-da. Yes, I did. A little sticky over there already.
Santa's Martini.
Santini.
Large and in charge.
The great Santini. So.
Yummy. Save vermouth. Okay, Johnny says, honest answer, 80 bucks.
Okay, right. Ready for the big reveal, everybody?
See if we have any more. Drum roll.
I really shake when I stir.
Wait. Stirred, not shaken. Yes, I stirred.
I shake them. I'm impatient.
He does shake.
Yeah.
I only shake when I stir. Eric says. Hi, Andrew. Good to see you.
Hello.
All right, ready?
Okay.
Are you going to do drum roll and I'll do the reveal?
Oh, shall I reveal?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I'll do the drum roll. Ready?
Okay.
Ching.
75 cents.
$1. Less than sign. Wow.
So, Mom won.
Seriously.
Because she's the only one who didn't go over.
Well, I guess she gets a martini at Christmas. She's going to like that, too. Hilarious stuff. That the big red candles out there was our first set.
Oh, Sherry says that was a formula at the neighborhood bar, which my parents owned. Oh my gosh.
Hello.
I love it. Yeah, 75 cents. We found some candles.
And a wreath.
At a yard sale.
And I think the
A
total
long
was
time ago.
$75. So honestly, they were less than 75 cents, wasn't it? Wasn't the whole total for that yard?
Oh,
sale
the
75
wreath
cents?
and the candles. Yeah, that's true.
Still have the
Okay,
wreath.
so it was actually under 75.
Under 75.
All the rest we've either found in the trash. There was
Side
a
of the road.
snowman left in the house when we moved in.
Yep. Here's our first big
That was
score.
our first blow mold.
So while we moved here, there was a free snowman. There was, we found another.
There was no shower,
Found
but
a
there was
really
a free snowman.
big snowman on the street, what, a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago? He was just sitting there looking forlorn. I'm like, you're coming home with us, pal.
Oh my gosh, last year we found a huge snowman, like blow mold snowman on the street.
And so I take him home, rent him for a season, and the second season I'm taking him out and the cable is like snapping off. I'm like, oh well, time to rent all that. So solder new wire on, he's good as new. This year one of the ones was sparking too, and I took, well, how in the world did you get worn? Hey, old plastic, it happens. So you just have to know how to reno these things, and I have a soldering iron and I'm not afraid to use it.
Wasn't that the name of one of the members of Shauna Na, Santini?
Santini.
I think you're right.
Marino.
Oh, good. Olive. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh my gosh.
Olive too. But, so yeah, that was the thing. The rest of them were just, I found some really forlorn soldiers that somebody had literally like screwed
Lisa says,
down
I want
to
a pony.
board. It was just wretched. They didn't have any lights. They are off that board. They're clean up. They're all lit now. Now they're all lit. Well, in this joint, I hope they are.
Speaking of lit, actually, I'm not going to light it, but I did a thing today, and I'm so excited about it. I made a figgy pudding. Ta-da!
She brought us the figgy pudding, and she presented us right here. It even unmolded nicely. Look at that.
I know.
Wow. And as a bonus,
it's beautiful.
It is a non-traditional figgy.
It's a vegan figgy pudding.
How about that?
I just thought, for the hell of it, because I know some of you are vegans, so I wonder if I could do this vegan. I did, and it came out great. The hard sauce came out nasty,
wretched.
So I brought over a spray can of whipped cream.
Yeah. Don't use the same stuff to make the hard sauce.
Hi, Amy. Amy says you can call your martini pony.
Pony. I call my martini pony.
So what is 75 cents in today's money?
Yeah, seriously. Well, I'm trying to think.
I remember Shauna Na. I love Bowser too.
Oh yeah. Shauna Na, actually, well known among other things for being among the artists to perform at the Woodstock Festival. You think, what? But that was around the time when they were starting to become known.
So I got to show you the book. Oh. I found the recipe. It's actually a frigging pudding. I found the recipe in this book, Mary Kitsch-en, which people see this book and they think of me, obviously, because two different people have given me copies of it. Mm-hmm. But the recipe is, let me find it again. You'd think I would have put a bookmark in it.
I'm hearing the Ventures playing that in my head because we played it earlier. But I would probably hear that version most times.
It's called Here's Your Frigging Pudding.
Here's your friggin' pudding. Here's your friggin' pudding.
Here's your frigging pudding.
Get out of here.
So I made Here's Your Frigging Pudding. And I did it in the Instant Pot, too.
I think the actual timing on that was great.
Super proud of that.
Like less than an hour of cook time to make that?
So we'll have to... it probably, with all of the ins and outs, probably came out to be about an hour.
Yeah.
But the recipe said to steam it for 3 hours.
So you can imagine this is a half-day sucker anyway.
Yep.
Ordinarily, because you're supposed to put it in the steamer and let it rip. And
conversion to today's price.
I'm sure there are those who out there who would actually put it in a sort of a traditional steamer and let it rip. But I think when you have an Instant Pot or a pressure cooker, let it go. Mm-hmm. Let it go. And I'm thinking, when we bought those must have been 2004. Maybe 2005. It was pretty early on. Oh,
Eric says who didn't love Bowser.
Oh,
Eric says, I actually watched a classic episode of the game show Password on YouTube in which Bowser was a guest.
Yes.
I sort of remember him being around in that era, like doing other shows. Like he always played himself. But...
Yeah, he always did that shtick.
And he's still doing things. Is he still being Bowser?
I think he will still whip out Bowser on demand.
He was a guest on the Barbara Mandrell
show. Oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Hilarious. Because he, of course, was playing this sort of a hoodlum kind of a guy, and the wife beat his shirt. Bear in mind that Sean and I started at Columbia University, so the man is college educated.
And all the ingredients, 75 cents. I think we had to buy, what did we have to buy for the frigging pudding?
The frigs. We had to buy the figs.
Yeah. We had to buy the figs.
Yeah.
We had to buy
the shortening. Normally,
which we got vegan shortening. Yeah. I was like, buy Crisco, but
couldn't find it.
I don't think
store did not have a can of Crisco. I think there's no way that this company does not. What was it? Pillsbury. There's no way that Crisco is not made anymore. But our local store was literally nowhere to be found. The standard vegetable shortening.
They still make Crisco.
Crisco's
I just
right
searched
there.
on it.
Yeah, it looks like it costs $1.75 for like a huge can of lard.
Yeah, no, they just don't have it at our store.
It's bizarre. There are strange shortages happening. Still.
Peter says, I think Bowser does Medicare commercials.
Now we're talking.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Do you or one of a loved one, have you suffered recently because of, arteriosclerosis?
That sounds like a commercial for an ambulance chasing attorney.
Exactly. I'm thinking about those. Today I think it's all about, what is the big thing that the drugs they're pushing are all psoriasis. It's all psoriasis drugs that I see. And, it's a real problem for people who are suffering from that, clearly. I just am wondering, are that many people suffering? Because that's all I see for commercials. Wow. It's terrible. So.
I just saw the figs at the figs. Oh, my gosh, how funny.
Well, a little coinky going on there.
I love that.
Carl Jung be proud.
He hosted some kind of music game show.
Oh.
Now, it was Bowser. He was actually his real self. Okay.
John Bauman.
That was in the 80s. Okay.
Bauman himself.
Devo, yeah.
Devo formed at Kent State University, I believe. One of them was actually on campus during the fairly well-known incidents in 1970.
Oh my gosh, really?
So yeah, geez, that'll really push your musical direction.
Buzzer TV,
away.
Julie, yes.
Buzzer, yep, big fun.
I love Match Game.
Yeah,
I could just sit there and watch Match Game all day.
And you would just sit there the whole time thinking, graphite. That's what you.
Hi, Clinton. Good to see you.
Hey. So awesome. Great stuff.
So for those of you just joining us, we will be dropping the ball on New Year's Eve, as usual.
By which we mean we have a glittery ball that drops, not that we're not going to show up. So yeah, we'll be here. But I'll make that joke all evening.
It will be spectacular. We'll bring you cheesy effects for days.
I guarantee it's unspectacularity.
I love their version of Satisfaction, Eric.
It's one of the classics.
Many
versions.
Yeah, Alan and Elizabeth, or reverse mortgage commercials. Yes,
reverse mortgage commercials.
Yes. Oh my God, so many reverse mortgage commercials.
Which just makes me think, what are we watching?
We're Through Being Cool is a great song.
Oh, it's awesome. It's just awesome. Great cover of Satisfaction. Great, to my mind, perhaps even better cover of Secret Agent Man. But you got to see the original version with the video. That's just.
Chess says. Henry really Rose from Sha Na Na went on to be a real rock star.
Oh, yeah. That's right. He had
Jennifer says, how dumb was Dora?
Dumb was Dora?
She was so dumb.
Dora was so dumb that.
Blanked on Match Game.
You can't do that here. Apparently.
Medicare commercials.
What was I seeing recently? A reference to the Gong Show where J.P. Morgan flashed the audience. I'm like, what? I don't remember that. But if anybody saw that live, then let me know.
So dumb.
Hilarious.
She blanked on Match Game.
Gong Show was classic in its own way. It's an incredible piece of moron TV. But I remember watching it. It was there. It was done. Well, I'm out and I need a thing, and we are going kind of classy today, and I just don't know which way to go. I could use. I
have another one planned.
Maybe I'll take a survey of the audience. I'm not going to make a martini because she has made one, and we like variety around here.
You can have one if you want.
I'm not feeling that right now. Although, quite frankly, you do raise the specter of the fact that...
Andrew, hello and Merry Christmas.
It is, in fact, martini time.
And I'm so ready.
And you're so ready. Sold a few of these recently. Does anybody out there not actually have our record and would like our record? Let us know.
Oh, I think we have that. Music for Insomniacs. You're saying about... I feel like I've heard that.
No, we have the CD, the Christmas one.
Mark Mothersbaugh.
Joyeux Mutato. I think we got the...
The Popsicle Sisters.
Yep. Hilarious. Gene the Dancing Machine. Mm-hmm. If you do not have a record, $14 postpaid, download code. Let us know. I'll flash this again a little later. This would be the time to buy this record. Just saying.
Speaking of flashing.
And it is, in fact, yes, in case you haven't seen this by yet, pink vinyl. Because, hey, you have to make it fun. So it's a nice little object. Looks great around your Christmas tree.
Classy. With pink vinyl.
Really solid. This is not a flimsy sleeve. This is pretty heavy cardboard. Good stuff. I liked it. We had a very good experience cutting this. And it came together very quickly. Glendora's song came together even more quickly.
It really did.
But if you don't have to press something into wax, you save a whole lot of time. I'm just saying.
It was just a little disconcerting last night because we were talking to some followers of the show who didn't know Glendora had a new song. Like,
what?
Because YouTube and Facebook don't share.
They don't share stuff.
I can post it and post it and post it.
And they do not.
They won't share it. So.
However, you can share, and if you do...
Oh, Andrew, you're so sweet. Thank you.
If you share, that really makes a big difference. Because I could post till the cows come home, but if I don't spend 23 hours of my life on one of these platforms, nothing happens.
Andrew says it's in the Christmas rotation at the store.
Excellent.
And for those of you who don't know Andrew here, they own Cats Like Us.
CLU, baby.
Fabulous
the
store.
One and only.
In Tonawanda, New York. So, yeah.
And who has...
Are open for ordering.
Here's a term I like to use within this context, and I will definitely apply it here. A fantastically curated collection.
Oh, you got to vote for Manhattan.
Oh, vote for Manhattan. Okay, one vote. So, yeah, really, like, Andrew and Julian actually look through their catalogs, and they find some great stuff. So you don't have to spend a lot of time finding the coolest because they've got it. They've got it. They've got the menswear, they get ladies' wear. They have hair products. There are
accessories.
Vintage. Definitely women's handbags. I believe they have a pretty nice selection of men's ties in there. And, regular specials and new and vintage. So things tune up all the time. And I'm suspecting that if you're looking for something in particular, drop them a line.
We just love
see what they know. I think they have very good contacts.
Go on, Andrew.
And it's a cool store to visit. And if you're nowhere near there, yeah, of course you do. Miller, hello.
Oh, Devin's asking what's in a Manhattan. So we had a vote for Manhattan.
And now we have another question.
And then Devin's asking about a Manhattan.
2 Manhattans? Well.
So, and how did the drink come about? It's an old one.
The actual Manhattan drink, I can tell you, the best research that we have states that it was most likely concocted at the Manhattan Club in New York. And that's where the name comes from.
I just have to interject here real quick.
Please.
Ken says, just dropped out to watch Bowser on Mandrell's show. Please don't watch this on only one martini.
You're going to need. You're going to need.
Okay, I'll take it under advisement.
Is it like a 5-minute version of Can't Stop the Music with the Village People? Because that's definitely a 3 martini.
Oh, and Cats Like Us got a haul of 70s Western wear. Wow.
Hello! I'm just,
Oh my gosh.
You find stuff. You'll find stuff that's been in a warehouse for 40 years. Oh, it's been released, and it's like polyester. Yeah. Well, fun stuff. And older. And brand new styles, contemporary material in classic fashions. It's always great to buy a completely new thing that's just like new and fresh and ready. So
anyway, Manhattan. Back to the Manhattan Club is one of the theories.
The most likely, I think, when you talk to real beverage people along the lines of, I think of David Wondrich, who spends an awful too much of his time studying booze.
What's his job?
But then again, it's his job.
The right amount
he spends the right amount of time. I think he knows because he's looked through these old newspapers and whatnot. And this is the best we've got. A lot of people will claim to have invented this thing, but guys, it's 2 ingredients. What the heck? Actually 3. The way I make it is, well, the way I like them, I like it what they call a perfect Manhattan. Maybe I'm just going to make the damn thing. I'm talking.
All right. Well, I'll say Santa's perfect. This is not how I would make a Manhattan, but he's going to drink what he likes.
I am indeed. And do we happen to have the rye behind this?
We don't have. I did not bring the rye. Here, let me get the rye. You have to go get the.
You get the rye.
Are you going to use the rye?
I will idle.
Okay.
I'm going to use both. I will make the perfect. And this is the perfect is not
it's
perfect.
It's in disguise.
The perfect is not perfect because it's a better drink. It's perfect because you're using 2 kinds of herbos. That's a kicker. But I happen to like it. So I will disappear and reappear.
I'm calling it Santa's perfect Manhattan. Like I said, I like my Manhattans the classic way, but he likes them this way. Manhattan Research Inc. it's a good job to be a liquor researcher. I would think. I would hope you wouldn't get sick of it, but. Oh yeah, cats like us, you can do mail order. Although it's a treat to visit. We have, but yeah, you can definitely order.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Lisa says LOL on the Mandrell show comment. That's so bad that we watched, but bad that we thought we were cool then. Oh my gosh. I still love shows like that. Hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Big fun.
Genie in disguise.
Always with a big size.
All right.
Genie in disguise with glasses. That's it. No, Judy in disguise is what the actual thing is. So let's go with the old man down here. I will get myself a shaker because I tend to shake them. So well, first things first, you don't have to shake this because it's all clear liquids. And many sources say stir, 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 get it very cold. I'm impatient. I want that drink. It's
clear that you're going to shake this drink.
Yes, we're going to do that. Let's get some ice going on here, shall we?
I just think of the Grumpy Cat weather app I have. When the weather's clear, it says, it's clear that you're a moron.
Thank you, Cat.
Oh, Boulevardier. We love a Boulevardier, too. I had to make you one the other night.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's I'm not sure how old that one is because I have not found that in classic guides. But it's I will call that a classic. That is very much in that vein.
Oh, we love Raymond Scott, Eric. Mm-hmm. We saw the Raymond Scott Orchestra. I mean, of course, he's long dead, but we saw the Raymond Scott Orchestra in Central Park.
Yeah, they're
a while
fun.
back.
They're fun. And I think they kind of had to transcribe all the music from the records because he didn't present his musicians with sheet music. He just said, well, we're going to play this, and we'd play a melody, and they had to memorize this basically like 5 measures at a time.
Oh my God.
So, which is awfully similar to the stories about that Captain Beefheart record, Trout Mask replica. Fascinating. It's incredible that these guys could learn what in the hell he was talking about, and it's a pretty fun record. But let's start out with a good base here. The original of this would have been made with rye because this is what they were serving in New York at the time for whiskey. It probably would have been made with 100 proof, and that's, as a matter of fact, what we have here. This is...
Oh, see, he was busting me earlier, so he's using like 90 proof.
Rittenhouse. I wasn't busting you. I was just saying you've got a little more octane in that little thing, so bear that in mind. But that's what you wanted. Octane and in charge. Wait for the 94 octane.
Hi, Philip. Good to see you.
Let's start with 2 ounces of this stuff here. Rye does not have to be 100 proof, but a lot of it is these days. And this one is, if you look carefully, it says bottled in bond. That's the way that this is aged. It goes into a government warehouse. This is a very antiquated process.
Oh my gosh, this is so funny.
But they still do it.
Marla, so it just came from TikTok where someone used your photo for a which vintage Xmas tree baddie are you?
Boom. Hilarious.
No,
Hilarious.
I love it. I love
that photo, which was taken right there. This house dates from 1938, so you know, and the hairstyle was 1968.
That photo will live forever.
That photo will live forever.
That photo will outlive me.
I say, like, if you had 75 cents for every time that photo was shown as vintage, ka-ching,
oh my God,
you'd pay off the mortgage. So, there we go. What else is in Manhattan? So,
hilarious.
far I got 2 ounces of rye. You also put in vermouth. Normally, sweet vermouth is used, and that would have been used in circa 1888 when this was...
In 1888, they would have used too much vermouth.
They did. But
in my humble opinion.
They had much higher proof booze, too.
In my humble opinion.
You might be using, if you like a bourbon Manhattan, which I do enjoy, then it's a slightly different flavor profile and probably 80 proof.
Okay, great food and beverage. There is or used to be a vintage clothing store in Atlanta called the Junkman's Daughter. We're going to be in Atlanta soon. We were going to look into this.
Anyway, there also used to be a lot of debate.
Errol says on the weather comment, the only job where you can be consistently wrong and keep your job.
Oh, yeah.
I say that all the time. I say if I was anywhere near that incompetent.
On a normal basis?
I'd be fired from every job I have.
And since you're self-employed, you'd have to fire yourself, which is pretty disconcerting.
Well, other people employ me.
Isn't there a who was it? A Woody Allen picture where he's like playing employer and employee. He has to keep running to either side of the desk to be
okay.
harassing
Eric's
himself.
saying you should check out his compilation, Manhattan Research Inc.
Oh,
I feel like I've heard of that.
Yeah. Yeah, he did that.
Okay.
He worked with very early versions of synthesizers. He literally had this room worth of relays. And apparently if you went behind the wall, it made an awful racket.
Oh, Marla, people are asking on Facebook if you could share the TikTok. I haven't seen it.
Please.
But yeah, I'm dying. That's
like
so funny that
that
photo will. I did. That photo will outlive me. And he says a friend of mine showed me the vintage photo, and I outed you. Oh. People every year, people bring that up, and people are like, "You should tell them." And I'm like, "It's viral. What am I going to say?"
I could tell until the cows come home, and next week it'll come up again. Bang! Tomorrow it'll come up again. 1 hour from now it'll come up again.
Although that gives me a funny idea, though.
You start an internet rumor.
I feel like we should get a bunch of us together. And I don't even care. It could be women and men. But anyone who wants to do like a vintage cheesecake Christmas photo, we should just stage some photos with vintage trees and make like, I don't know, a calendar or something.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Marvelous.
Why not?
So here we go.
I know, I want to see it too. I'm curious. I'm sure that I'm a figure of fun, but when am I not?
Hey, I think you make it more fun.
Oh my gosh, we got to catch up. Yeah. We're having serious discussions here on YouTube.
Oh, well, good stuff, eh? Yeah.
For environmentalists, a Project Manhattan has whiskey and 2 vermouths, blackcurrant liqueur.
Extra patience.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Hilarious. Well,
waving in a plastic.
Well, there's been debate for years about who invented the Manhattan.
The hippy-dippy weatherman? I don't know the hippy-dippy weatherman.
But in the 1940s, at Columbia University, they figured it out. And there was a whole, research team. It was called the Manhattan Project. And now we know who made the Manhattan. Am I hearing gunshots?
I think.
I'm staying inside.
This is the second time this week.
I'm staying inside for the foreseeable. So there we go. Back to the Manhattan. There we go. 2 ounces of rye.
He heard gunshots the other day, and he went outside. And he's like, "Oh, there's a police truck at the end of the block."
Yep. Just sitting there. I was like, that was distinct four shots.
Do we need to stay in the
That was not backfire. I stayed in the house. Yeah. I poked my head out to take a look and said, I'm getting back in. Boom, done.
Yeah. It's not funny.
There we go. So what do I have
Dr. Bunhead.
Okay, let me finish.
I'm trying. There's so many good comments here. I can't read them all. I'm sorry, I can't read them all.
Talk amongst yourselves. I got to finish a drink here, all right? Geez, anyway. We've had 3 requests in Manhattan. We're making a whole thing here. 2 ounces of the rye. I have equal parts sweet and the dry vermouth here, making a full ½ ounce. So 1/4 ounce of each, boom, in it goes. That's it. They call that perfect because it's got both of the vermouths, and now you need the magic ingredient, the bitters. Could you retrieve for me? I will make it this way. The classic, I think, would have been Abbott's, but at the same period of time, Bogart's was made. This is coming to us from Bitter Truth. They had this.
Bogart, those bitters.
Those bitters, my friend.
My friend.
Guys at Bitter Truth actually found an ancient bottle of Bogart. Let me finish.
Marla shared the video. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Thank you. Found an ancient bottle of Bogart's, recreated it. It is very distinct. And I'm going to give that, this is not of a shaker top, so I'm going to very carefully give myself a little oomph. Okay, that's about a good 3 dashes. Quite dark stuff.
Doug
quite
says,
distinctive.
My neighborhood Facebook page always has a gunshots or fireworks thread. Oh my God, that's just terrifying. Someone's trying to keep the property value low. It's not going to work.
Not going to work around this neighborhood.
No.
If you take a look at values, they have improved, even over the past year. Ankle ice!
Oh, Eric, I bet he knows the hippy-dippy weatherman.
I do not.
Oh, okay, that seems like something you would know.
Never heard.
Carlin.
Oh, Carlin.
Oh, hi, Dan.
I'm not that familiar with
Dan
Carlin
says Manhattan Project would be a good name for a bar.
Excellent name.
Not as good as Olive or Twist.
Olive or Twist.
But still good. I always come up with pub names.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the slaughtered lamb is a classic name, but you had one the other day that was what the heck was that?
Can't even remember.
Yeah.
I should write them down.
What did I actually have at Keen's? It wasn't the full mutton chop. It was a taste of mutton. That's a pretty good pub name too.
That's like a
taste of mutton.
Tijuana Brass album.
Yeah,
taste of mutton.
Da, 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 da. And mutton is in fact cheap. I did eat. It was very good.
Manhattan Project is a good name for a bar.
Yeah, so geez. You know, you imagine like all they do is Manhattan variations. You could do that.
Lewis?
You could have a lot of drinks on that menu.
Oh, okay, Lewis, you're on.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah, all right,
okay.
we're going to do a record trade.
PM us, trade us everything up. I'm not sure I've got you in the old data, but let's make this stuff happen. I'd be wholeheartedly happy for that kind of thing. Hey, is your pink slip single pink? Or didn't you go that far? Just asking.
Now.
No, I'm not saying we made ours pink because we had the opportunity, and you could choose like 100 shades of pink. It's hilarious, and I bet that you might have done that because hey, your other record is color. It's color vinyl is fun. I like color vinyl.
How about a bar named
Area 51?
I love it.
Brilliant. That's good.
Love
That's
it.
good. Speaking of your atomic cocktail, speaking of atomic cocktails, I got to get this thing going on. I could use a little decor. See who?
What would you like?
And I could
One
use
of these?
a cherry.
A stem?
I'll take a stem, yes.
You know, I was going to get out some
stem.
cherries earlier, and then I was like, well, no one's making
That doesn't
Manhattans.
Maybe they are.
Maybe they are. Okay.
I'll take a pick and I'll take a cherry.
Anything else while I'm down here?
And sparkle. Notice I'm letting this hang in there.
And if you get that reference, we'll send you a prize, too. All right, I'm going to throw it out there, and we'll send you a worthless prize if you get this right. And don't forget to give me sparkle. So if you want a worthless prize...
I do need something else.
Tell us what movie that's from.
I need something to get this cherry out.
Oh my gosh.
I'll just take a bar spoon. A bar spoon is fine.
I'll just use this.
Doesn't need to be filtered.
It's the easiest thing to reach.
This is pretty easy too.
Okay.
Bar spoon's okay.
I don't have anything to put this on anymore. So.
Maraschino cherry. We made our own. If you want to know how to make your own, get one of these jars or some kind of wide mouth
I don't
jar.
think they're technically maraschino cherries anymore.
No, they're not
so
actually.
Use maraschino.
You use maraschino. You can soak yours in maraschino, and you've got genuine maraschino cherries. We have cocktail cherries here. These are actually soaked in booze.
Lisa, now you've seen it. Like, I'm the only one who hasn't seen it now. What else could you cut rye with when you're making cocktail? Well, you could use a lot of things. In fact, I am going to make
a lot of things.
A delicious sour after this.
If you make a sour, you've got the world of liqueurs, and then throw in some citrus juice. It could be lime, could be lemon, could be orange, could be grapefruit. You can do it's your oyster. I let that sit for a while. It's getting a slightly more dilute, but everything drained out of here. So I don't have anything left in this guy. You go to a bar, somebody shakes it, immediately starts pouring. You know, you got some waste happening there. I've been letting them sit a little bit. And slightly more dilution, that doesn't hurt anything. This stuff started out as 100 proof. It could use a little dilution.
I thought of the other day.
And it does have a sidecar. How about that? Boom, boom, boom.
We keep a list of potential band names.
Yeah, we
I
do.
gotta start keeping a list of pub names.
And we have twists back here.
We do.
We do. I'm gonna throw a
They
twist
might
in
be a
there,
little
too.
dried out.
Oh, well, I'll try this guy right here. That's a pretty nice looking twist. And I'm going to give myself just a drop. Boop.
We gotta try my figgy pudding.
So Oliver Twist, I like both. You got to try that friggin' pudding.
Try my figgy pudding.
That's a really nice thing at the end of the day. It was my grandfather's drink. That was my father's father.
Maybe Satellite.
I don't know what my mother's father drank. But probably beer. And my father's father drank beer too. But he liked a Manhattan when we went out. And
Two at the most.
Two at the most. He would have one, and it was usually a small drink. And down the hatch.
Oh, Andrew's asking, what is the liquid in the cherries? That's brandy, right? We've done them with several different liquors.
Yeah, I think this one is actually a rum. Is this one with the coconut rum?
No.
This might be brandy.
Brandy.
Brandy is a classic to do with the cherries. Get a decent quality brandy. We've been using Rangoons, which is in fact French, so it's kind of like brandy, but it's very affordable.
The
and
TikTok video is very slow. Okay,
and literally,
I'm scared now.
all you do, get your bottle of brandy, right? Fill it with as many cherries as will fit the jar, and when it's like, okay, that's a ludicrous amount of cherries, then fill it with the brandy.
Yep.
And all of the color and flavor and all of the color and the cherry flavor in this liquid came from the cherries. So it leaches out, and of course soaks your cherry to make it a boozy cherry, which is very pleasing.
Well, my martini's gone.
Oh. It was martini.
I love a
time.
martini.
And I'm so ready.
2 at the most. But I'm not going to have 2. You mind?
I don't mind at all.
Thank you.
I got no place to put it, so I'm going to
I can
move it around.
I can take it.
No, it's okay.
I realize the place where we usually bus our dirties is being taken up by a Christmas tree right now. So. Yeah. All right, I'm just looking at the comments here. Oh, Devin says TikTok and a fine girl. Yes, brand new, a fine girl. Devin says TikTok is not loading for me tonight. That might be for the best. I might let Paul watch it first. I like to keep myself away from.
I'll check out the hilarity.
Yeah, I'll let Paul check out the hilarity, and if he thinks I'll find it hilarious too, I'll watch it. What a good wife she would be.
I love my lady.
Right, could you, as long as you're not here?
Oh, sorry. What?
Would you mind bringing me one of those red cocktail glasses? They're drying.
Oh, they're drying.
Thank you. I have another one. Hi, Renee. Good to see you. And hello, Patrick. Merry Christmas Eve, Eve, Eve. Yes.
Okay. They're no longer drying. They're simply dry.
Thank you. All right. I am going to... I have a recipe I haven't tried yet.
Got to make that joke again. Merry Christmas Eve.
Eve.
Eve. Eve.
All about Eve.
I got to get that Addison DeWitt voice. Yes, Eve. You know?
I love all about Eve.
Certain amount of condescension with every single line that the man delivers.
All right. So as long as you're there, I will also take a shaker.
I will be glad to provide such a device.
All right. So for my next drink.
Where are the shakers?
Nothing there.
No.
There's one drying in the kitchen.
Elevator up. Yep, I don't see any.
We have tins down there, I think. Or we did anyway.
We did.
I don't know. Okay. I gotta wait for him to... I put a bunch of shakers away for the season because we had to make room for Christmas glasses. Which was just nuts because who's coming over in a pandemic? But we have a whole bunch of Christmas glassware in here. Oh, Eric's going to do a little baking tomorrow. Yesterday I made gingerbread biscotti, beer bread.
Very good.
And tomato soup, which came out great.
Yeah, that was really good.
It was so good. Neither of us like raw tomatoes, but we had a bunch of tomato juice. So I made a tomato soup with it. It was really good. I used 4 cloves of garlic. Oh, Andrew, thank you. Hi, Jamie. Good to see you. Greetings from North Carolina. Yay. Thank you, Andrew, on our Christmas decorations. I was about to say, I feel like we should do a tour of the whole house, but I guess we did. So.
Oh, we did that on video.
Yeah, we did. I could drop the link.
You dropped the link on that?
Yeah. How's that shaker coming?
It's going.
He stopped to grab some pizza. Oh, Amy's baking tomorrow too. What's everyone baking? I gotta know. I made a frigging pudding.
I made a frigging pudding.
That's what the recipe was called. Here's your frigging pudding. Oh, we gotta try that. I'll make my drink and then we'll try the frigging pudding.
That's an excellent idea.
I did take pictures. So before I destroy my Figgy masterpiece, I did get photos. I might have to have Paul take one of me with the pudding before we destroy it, though.
We can take care of such requests.
1950 housewife or 60 or 1940 or 1930. Oh, and hello, Scarlett. I don't know. I don't make a good housewife.
I kind of think you're a 1972 housewife right there.
1972.
Like, you appreciate the avocado appliances, but also the burgeoning new category called the microwave oven.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was going to do bourbon.
Question for everybody out here. What was the first like microwave oven that you encountered when you were young?
Oh, I already told you mine.
Yeah. If you are of a certain age, you had them everywhere. You know, you just grew up with it. If you're of a certain older age.
Patrick's making mince pies tomorrow.
Oh, mince pies. Wow. I like mince pie. Mince tarts.
Eric's making lemon bars. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, that's sounding good. Can we just do a cookie trade here? You know,
like a virtual cookie trade.
Two figgy puddings for a lemon bar.
Wait, okay. First of all, Amy says I found a recipe for Norwegian cookies. I love it.
Oh, now we're talking.
Peter's gonna make crab rangoons. Oh my gosh. I love crab rangoons.
Crab rangoon is a classic, and it's not difficult to make, although it can be messy because you're using the deep fryer. So watch out for that.
Yeah.
But you know, if you have a good electric fryer, then it's pretty easy.
Janice is baking gingerbread, almond crescents, and cutout. Oh my gosh, the radar range. Yes,
radar range. Amana.
And Doug says Amana. Yep.
Amana.
Yep.
What year? What was the first time where you were like,
definitely
oh wow,
the 70s.
Yeah, Amana actually, I believe, was the company that first commercialized these for the public. You will see, you know, factoids that say the first microwave dated from 1946. That was not something you could go buy in a store. That was for commercial kitchens. So, but the first ones that were kicking around that you would just pick up for your kitchen, probably around 1967.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Patrick says my mother had a microwave oven we got in 1979, and it lasted until 2014. Oh my god!
There is essentially nothing to burn out in there. It's a radio tube. It's a radiotron. It's what powers the thing. Radio waves actually will excite atoms and get them hot. That's how it works.
Sounds so pornographic.
Kind of strange. It's discovered in the lab in the 40s, and then like the scientists who discovered this thought, bang, immediate commercialization.
Oh, Dan says we have a wild vintage Amana range. Alas, it did not fit with a new kitchen. Oh.
I remember somebody in my blog talking about finding one that was discarded, and you had to test it for leakage. I'm like, if the thing leaked, it would not have been a good device to start with. I mean, you have to have shielding built in.
Scarlett says Elvis Presley, first microwave oven. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah. We went to Graceland.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, I didn't write down what you did. Shoot. All right,
okay.
You're going to have to give that to me later.
I can
All right, so I'm making something called the Santa Sour.
Santa Sour.
So I started with 2 ounces of bourbon. I'm doing bourbon.
Santa sweetie,
and then,
bring a cocktail under the tree for me.
Been an awful good girl, Santa baby. Anyway, so
pour it down the chimney tonight.
No, don't pour it down my gullet tonight.
Ooh, that would be awfully sooty.
All right,
pour it down my gullet tonight. Oh, sorry.
2 ounces of bourbon. Yep. I'm going to do a 1/4 ounce.
So the Giffard, Vanille de Madagascar, which is a very reputable vanilla liqueur.
Yes.
I will assume that Madagascar vanilla goes into the vanille because it says so.
It does.
I'll take it on faith.
And then I'm going to do a 1/4 ounce of the Giffard Curacao Triple Sec.
Both Curacao and Triple Sec.
Joy, just a little bit, because I don't want it to be too sweet.
Little known that Curacao is a type of Triple Sec. And that, what is it? Not Cointreau, but Grand Marnier is a type of Triple Sec. But they no longer use that term on the actual bottle. I think there were too many cheap.
Speaking of Curacao, okay, so I just want to add this. I'm going to do 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lemon juice. And then...
It's sounding good so far.
I'm going to do a dropper of 1821 bitters ginger lemon tincture. We just have a tiny bit of this left.
Yeah, getting quite low. Used that in a seminar we did recently and distributed it to the participants.
So we have just a tiny bit left.
The bottle was used up because people got it and they mixed along.
And it was fun.
And I think they were pleased. I had a really enjoyable time and a lot of good information. Some great cocktails and mocktails.
So I'm going to shake this with ice and strain it into a cocktail glass. I was going to say something I've completely forgotten. Gone.
Think of all that high-class booze.
Oh, Oh, thank you. Okay.
And
Just got your message.
Oh, man,
yes,
it is
we will.
pink.
We will follow this up.
Pink.
Okay.
It's actually a different color pink than we have. That's hilarious and awesome. Love color vinyl.
Okay. I gotta go back. Oh, Julie remembers her parents getting a microwave. Oh, see you later, Jennifer.
Bye. Excellent.
And Andrew. Merry Christmas.
Gotcha. Lytton. That's a name you probably haven't heard in a while. Yeah.
Lytton. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Remember Quasar was the name you used to see attached to microwave ovens?
Yeah, Michael's Lytton.
But Amana had the term, the trademark term radar range. Does it use a radar tube? That's a good question.
I'm calling
for
this
Doug.
Santa's Sour.
Is a radiotron a radar tube? Is that what's the basis of this? I forget.
Got extra.
Santa's
I got
Sour?
small glasses up here. Did you mind? Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah. The ones from the 70s were massive devices and heavy. Oh, yeah. Really. And we actually have a rather large microwave, not light.
New chambers.
And I can tell you that it is not light because I've had to crate it into the living room to fix it 3 times now. Micro switches.
Oh, Susan, satellite. Okay, got it. All right. I'm with your connection now.
Boom.
Okay, good.
Done. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of like what year was the first year that you encountered a microwave like in use? That's what I was trying to determine. Oh, let's try that, Santa.
Mid-70s. And it was at a friend's house.
Think of all that high-class booze. Think of all the mixers you can use. Add some bitters too, and you'll have a drink that you'll enjoy.
Yeah, Scarlett, I'm sure we saw it at Graceland.
Nom.
That Elvis, yeah.
Oh, well.
Patrick, I'm so happy.
The feeling is mutual.
Yeah, we had a blast too.
To quote a movie, that it was a really good time because people were asking great questions. Now I hadn't thought about that,
really
and so it was great to be able to just send it back and forth. And many people were very knowledgeable about contemporary places that you could add. And
oh my gosh, I have a list of bars to send you.
Oh, that's right.
I totally forgot. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Reminder.
I will do it.
Yep. Couple of nice joints in your neighborhood. Yes. You might want to check out.
We had someone looking for a decent sidecar in Boston, and I have names. Yep. Okay, so, yep.
I maintain that one major reason why you might not get a decent sidecar place is because they're going by the book. I'm like, yeah, you want to modify that. You want to modify that. We do. So, speaking of sidecars, apparently one possible origin of the name is that little extra bit in the shaker. You pour it into the glass, and then you have a little extra. You pour it into your mixing glass. And that is known as the sidecar. Well, this is not a sidecar, it's a Manhattan. But I'm going to pour my sidecar, and what do you know? I got another drink there.
Manhattan sidecar.
Manhattan sidecar. Another good name for a bar.
Cheers.
Ein Prosit.
All right, we gotta try my frigging pudding.
Mm-hmm. We gotta try that frigging pudding.
You gotta take a picture of me with it.
Try that frigging pudding.
Is your phone handy?
Yes.
My phone's powering this broadcast.
Try that frigging pudding.
All right.
You can try it right here.
Please forgive us while we take a photo. Hello, Jeff. Good to see you. Oh, love the microwave in the movie American Hustle. Errol's saying, yes.
Oh, yeah. That's probably a radar range. I'd have to look again, but it probably is.
Carlos says, my mother and father lived like the 1950s housewife. Oh, my father worked. Okay. You can have microwave if you have a pacemaker. Oh my God. I remember that time.
Messes with the timing. You don't want to mess with the timing on your hat.
All right. Go over there.
Oh, okay.
All right. This is okay. Pardon us while we take a photo, and then we're going to eat this thing. Try it anyway. Uh-oh.
I just looked at that thread from earlier. Sorry, folks.
Paul's getting comments on his phone. You ready?
All right.
No. Upright.
Upright, please. Portrait. Okay, let me give you a... okay, and I've got that cocktail framed in there, too. That's nice. Let's get some more. That's right, baby. Got some stuff in there, right?
Okay, that's enough of that.
That's enough of that. It's enough of terrible accidents,
too. Turn the microwave with the door open. I felt like I was going back in time.
Did it work? It shouldn't.
What's like the fly?
Yeah, you shouldn't be
Remember
able to
that
operate
in the fly?
it. You shouldn't be able to operate it with the door open because there's an interlock that This is the reason why ours died that time, because that little switch, which kills the power to the thing when the door's open, the switch failed. Well, that switch is an 89-cent part. I replaced it and we're good.
There's a fork. There's a fork.
If your microwave dies and it's like, I don't know what's going on, it turns, but it doesn't actually make things hot. Yeah, it's a pretty simple fix to that.
The pudding is dense.
Jeez. Gotta hold down the fort here.
You have to get the whipped cream because the hard sauce came out nasty looking.
Yeah, I will get the whipped cream.
I poured it out because it really looked bad. Okay.
There we go.
Here's your frigging pudding.
The pudding in this case does not look like the Jell-O pudding packs you're used to. This is more of a cake, actually.
Yes.
It's made with breadcrumbs.
We're going to see how it is, though.
It is traditionally made with beef fat, which is a lovely sort of thing to contemplate.
Okay.
And a hell of a lot of figs. Also some citron, I believe.
Yeah, I chopped those figs myself.
Is there any rum in here, or?
No.
Oh, this is the episode with the Phoebe. Oh, hilarious.
Oh. So, I brought whipped cream. It's in that fridge. Because, as I mentioned before, the hard sauce came out disgusting.
Don't make hard sauce with vegan shortening. Just saying.
Oh, Jeff, thank you. Jeff's saying our Santa hats are way cool. I think he got them at Duane Reade, which is just a drugstore in New York City after Christmas. Honestly, I think Dollar Tree has them.
Yeah, they probably do. This was Duane Reade for sure, and they were...
Patrick says, you're still in the running towards becoming America's next top pudding model. I try.
We try.
I do what I can.
We try. All right, let's give you a blast.
Right.
There we go.
Thank you.
I love all that splish. Yeah, Duane Reade had these I got these after Christmas a few years back for 90% off. So the actual price...
What's the price to pay?
Was pretty cheap.
All right, let's try the freaking pudding.
Woof. Getting to the end of that one.
Okay.
So an actual figgy pudding.
It's good.
Have you ever had figgy pudding?
I've never had figgy.
I have never had figgy pudding.
I've never had figgy pudding until just now.
Kind of dense. It is fruity. I'm definitely getting the spices in here. Mm-hmm. Sort of a gingerbread spice.
The recipe was called "Here's Your Frigging Pudding."
That's why I keep saying it. And the figs really stand out. It's really
good.
It's like a type of fruitcake, actually.
We made it vegan because
you can certainly do it because you could.
Challenge.
Maybe you were afraid of suet.
Mm-hmm.
It's just beef fat. The usage and variety of animal fats out there. I will say that the absolute best frying medium I've ever used is mutton fat. It imparts a lot of flavor.
That was a huge bite.
Take your time. Take your time.
All right.
And chewing as well. It does have a certain density. I can imagine if you made this with beef fat, it would have a heaviness to it.
Scarlett, you could totally do ice cream. That would be great.
Yep. Hard sauce is a classic. It's easy. It's simple. And it's very good.
I think when I attempt the hard sauce again, I will just leave any kind of butter out of it, probably. And just do milk and sugar and vanilla.
Do the butter. Butter makes a hard sauce.
Yeah.
You need animal fat in there.
Oh! Dancing Trader Joe's Aldi coconut whipped cream. Oh, that'll be good too.
Coconut is
I use this because we had it, and I think we've had that for, I don't even know how long we've
It hasn't gone off, so I guess we're good. Coconut milk and coconut oil are great subs for a lot of things that would normally have animal fat because they're very heavy and very saturated. Coconut oil, of course, is solid at room temperature, so there you go, shortening. It does not really add an appreciable amount of coconut flavor to what you're doing, so it's fairly neutral. Pretty good frying medium, as I recall. And the coconut milk is a great sub for stuff because it's got a lot of density to it. Some milks out there are not as creamy like coconut milk is. So if you're saying, well, I'm trying to cut down on the milk products or I have an allergy, you know, that's a real problem. Or sensitivity, that's possibly even more of a problem than an allergy. An allergy, you're just like, I'm not going to use it. Yeah, good. You can't. Sensitivity, it might affect you, you know, and is there milk in that, you know? If you're sensitive to something like soy, soy's in a lot of stuff.
So this recipe is from Mary Kitsch-en. I'll show it again. I love this book. The photography is gorgeous.
Of course. This is what makes a good little coffee table book. This is quite nice, by the way.
And this is what I made. Here's your frigging pudding.
Here's your frigging pudding.
And it came out, so I was super excited. And now I'm pretty sure I've got frigging pudding in my teeth.
I'm reminded of the song, of course, which is a classic house-to-house song. You know, bring us some frigging
yes,
pudding.
Scarlett. Yeah, you could. I had about 10 minutes, and yeah, it was gross, but okay.
Yeah, but I'm also
soy is evil. Yeah.
Yeah, what if you're sensitive to it or are allergic? Forget it.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Coconut. I think we've had coconut whipped cream, haven't we? I think we have.
I'm not 100% sure, quite possibly. But one thing about soy is that it is produced widely in this country and is extraordinarily cheap, and it's a great filler for things, so it's used a lot. So if you do have a sensitivity, wow, you got to read all these damn labels.
That's rough.
I mean, it's if you have sensitivity to wheat, it's in everything. All over the damn place.
Well, now they make a lot of things gluten-free, but
yeah. So you're in some luck there. But if you're gluten-free, and then suppose you have a sensitivity to, say, oats, that's a big substitute for wheat and things, and you could be really, really screwed. I know. Watch your labels. Watch your labels. But bring us some figgy pudding reminds me an awful lot of the Wassail song. Wassail, wassail all over the town. I really, really appreciate the version. And this year, at this time of year, by the Kingston Trio. And man, that is just classic. And it just sounds like you go door to door asking for a wassail. That's just killer.
Yeah. Ken says, for the best figgy pudding, you must have the best Lord dark treacle and all these nuts.
Bang. Nuts. Yeah, Otto was right. Oat milk is creamy. I'm glad to know. I haven't tried oat milk. Yeah.
I've seen oat milk, yeah.
Coconut whipped cream is a brilliant sub. And then, of course, there's always the subject of aquafaba.
Oh, yeah.
We have experimented with this material in terms of if you want to make substitute meringues, use this.
I did aquafaba meringues. I also did aquafaba mayonnaise.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That was actually quite good. That worked well.
The first time I made it came out great. And then I feel like subsequent times I've kind of been like, oh, I don't want to eat this. So I don't know. Maybe it was just not good aquafaba that time.
Might not have had the right stuff. What the hell are we talking about? You buy a can of chickpeas. You drain the chickpeas. You save the stuff you drained. That's called aquafaba. It's just the water from the chickpeas. It absorbs enough of the starchiness from the chickpeas that it has substance. You whip this up into foamy stuff, and you drop it onto a baking pan, and you just bake it up.
Right.
You have a perfect substitute for meringue. It's crazy how well that works. It is completely non-animal product, and it's meringues. And it's vegan. I remember actually bringing some to work, and I said vegan meringues. It's absolutely insane the way that is. And I was wondering, could you use that in a cocktail as a sub for egg white if you decided to do a classic drink like, say, a daisy or a clover club, for instance, or anything that requires an egg white?
Oh, Dan says coconut whip is sold at both TJ's and Aldi. Okay.
TJ's and Aldi. Okay. So there we go.
We do have an Aldi. I've
Trader Joe.
Famously only been in it once, but...
Well, that's good to know because we don't have a Joe's. We have to go to your Joe's to get that. Well,
here it says, I have this Mannheim steamroller video where Chip Davis actually shows how to make a pot of wassail. I love it.
Go Chip. Chip Davis, one of the co-writers of the song Convoy, by the way. A little factoid for you. Hilarious. He's the Mannheim steamroller guy. They've got 25 albums out there. And a couple of 3 Christmas records, too. Yeah, definitely.
Until the mistletoe is poisonous. The berries. Right.
Yep. Yeah, mistletoe is not good to eat. No. And you don't want to hang that close to your pets who might chew on everything because no good. I think that holly berries are not very good either, although the birds don't mind them.
Oh, yeah, do we have almond milk? We have almond milk.
Almond milk.
Yeah. We usually buy almond or cocoa nuts.
One of those,
cocoa nut.
One of those brands, I believe it might be Diamond, does a combination almond coconut.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, like, is it almond? Is it coconut?
Half almond coconut is probably the killer app right there. We even knew a bar that was doing their own orgeat, and they used almond coconut milk.
I have not tried chickpeas for cocktails.
We have.
Yet. Have we?
Well, we haven't tried it here, but we were at Rhodium.
Oh, yeah.
Rhode Island Spirits.
Yes.
In Pawtucket, Rhode Island. They're in an old mill space. They have a pouring room. And they made a cocktail with egg white. Well, they didn't use egg white. They used aquafaba. And I asked them about that. And she said, oh, it's a 1-to-1 sub in cocktails. And a lot less messy. And I thought, well, that's a good thing to know.
Yeah, I think in the new year, we need to, or maybe the week between Christmas and the New Year.
We know plenty of people who are practicing vegetarian or vegan, and who actually drink. And if you do both, and you say, "Oh, I'd like to try one of those classic cocktails that has that foamy head," that's an egg white. Yeah. Well, you got a problem. But if you could sub something that gives you exactly the same effect, bang zoom.
Okay, Blue Diamond. Yeah. Okay. Thank you,
okay.
Peter.
Very good. Yeah.
We have had that, and it is good.
Almond walnuts. Almond almonds.
I do like.
This is very good.
I do like the substitutes.
Mm-hmm.
You like the frigging pudding?
Must have been terrible. Look at that. Oh, that's so good.
We're gonna have to freeze it.
Yep.
Like we had to freeze a bunch of gingerbread biscotti that I baked yesterday because there's no way we're eating that much gingerbread biscotti in the near future. So if you come over, you can have some frigging pudding and some gingerbread biscotti.
Make a pot of coffee, have a little pudding, have a biscotti or two. Shall you?
Make some coffee. We'll have some pudding.
Have some coffee. We'll talk. Yeah, that's the stuff. No big whoop. I'm enjoying this Perfect Manhattan very much. However, like yours, it groweth loweth. Well, there might be a solution to that.
Something else?
That was very good.
Something else?
Something else, ELTS?
I have an idea.
Oh, poinsettia is also poisonous. What is it with all the Christmas plants that are holly, mistletoe, poinsettia? It's all like deadly poisons. It's like you're hanging, a little cyanide by the mistletoe. What the heck's up with that? Flaxseed water.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay.
Interesting. We've been using a product called Just Eggs.
I think we have some. Yeah, I think we have some flax seeds.
We do have some flax. Yeah. What was the egg product sub that we?
Just Egg.
Just Egg.
Yes.
Is not egg at all. I think it's made out of pea protein. Tried it recently in terms of an emulsifier, worked well, and then tried it just as frying up egg. And it worked. It really did. It had good consistency. I thought it was a decent sub.
A decent sub.
Decent sub.
That's a good name for a sub.
It's not a large quantity that you get, so the price is a little up. But if you're trying to do an omelet kind of thing, or if you want something to seize up that cube, something like that, I thought it was actually a good product. And I think it's a good product. So I will actually give it a I was trying to think of how many stars. Who cares? I'll give it a good rating. We will try all sorts of things around here because we are very cosmopolitan with the food and drink. It doesn't matter where it comes from or how it happens. We're interested in how it is. So you don't have to. And if it's really pretty bad, we'll let you know.
We're all heart that way.
It's that time of year when we talk about tinseltinis. Uh-oh.
So have we tried this on the broadcast before?
I do not believe we tried this live. Yingling Hershey's.
Yingling Hershey's Porter.
Mm-hmm. Hello. Yingling, a Pennsylvania brand, decided to co-brand with Hershey's, a Pennsylvania brand.
Instead of coffee, how about some mezcal?
Interesting sub.
Coffee, mezcal. I just interchange those two all the time. All right. Let's see. I'm going to try it by itself, and then I might mix it.
Oh, interesting.
I know people hate Yingling, and people are going to be completely horrified by this.
I like this
That's
stuff.
okay.
I like this stuff, and Yingling, of course, featured in this man's Old Man Beer Challenge because they still make an ale, Lord Chesterfield, which I think is very good. Yep. So, the interesting, I didn't think too much about, I haven't thought too much, rather, about the fact that almonds are a very water-intensive crop, which is interesting because they're grown extensively in California and the Middle East.
Oh, I know.
Why are they grown in places that don't have water?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just asking. You know?
Okay. This isn't bad.
You should grow them in New York State. Got plenty of water.
I'm a beer purist, usually.
Well, you like what you like.
I thought this would be horrible. It's really pretty good, actually. The Yingling chocolate porter. So let's make it into something.
Let's try that out.
Let's do something with it.
Porter with natural flavors. Well, a porter is a heavier style of beer.
Oh, Sherry's asking, would the chocolate stout work in a beer bread? It should.
I think that would work really well.
Yeah,
in a beer
yeah.
bread.
I think that would be really good.
If
actually.
you can, I'll tell you this much: can you source this? And can you make the beer bread?
You haven't tried it live, but have you tried it at Memorex? I hadn't.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good. I'm pleasantly surprised.
You remember the commercials? Is it live or is it Memorex? That was audio tape. And they were talking specifically about cassette tape. Although they also made Memorex 8-track recording tape, too.
Oh, okay. This is up your alley. He loves to make a Ramos Gin Fizz. Michael says, a friend wants us to help her make Ramos Gin Fizz. She would never let us substitute real egg white. I'm quite sure. Have you made that one? We have made that one.
Oh, yeah. That's one.
He just uses egg white.
This is one of the favorites around
here.
Yeah. So she needs egg white. Fine. You know, if she's good with that. It is raw. If anybody who is interested in such things is like, not so sure, you can get pasteurized egg white.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to sub, if you're like, I can't do egg white, you can do the aquafaba. That should work just great in that drink. Yeah. But let's stick with the egg white because she's good with that. Got to go with egg white. The egg white itself doesn't really add anything at all in the way of flavor, but when you shake the hell out of it, it foams like mad, and you get this big layer. So, I'll let you extemporate over there.
I'm just typing.
I will actually, I'll have my cherry because these are very good. No, it's been soaking in booze. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
I'm trying to think of a name for this one, but I'm thinking we got to do something with this chocolate porter, which is a lot better than I expected it to be.
You know, try it.
So, yay for that.
How much this?
I'm thinking this needs... Oh, I know what this needs. Okay, I got it. Got it. Let's start with the... I'm trying to decide between bourbon and rye. Save me some of that. I need some of that.
I'm just getting a flavor.
Bogart that beer, my friend. Okay.
The Bogart's and the bitters.
There are a lot more out there.
There are.
I think rye.
That's actually a really nice porter.
I think it's got to be rye.
Very heavy sort of consistency, but it's not like it's more alcohol or anything. I think that this thing clocks in at something like 5% maybe. Let's see if I can find the actual percentage. The ABV on this little item. Sometimes they hide it. Sometimes they don't.
At all. What are the measures of this?
I don't recall.
I think I'd know.
I think it's 1 3/4 is this guy.
All right.
They're all different. They're not all marked.
I'm going to do 1 ounce of rye.
I have no idea, but it's probably about 4%. It's not that crazy. You think that these darker beers are heavy. They're not. Guinness is coming in at something like 4.2%. That is not something insane in beer. And a lot of beers out there, like IPAs, are like 6%, 8%, 9%. That's a barley wine. That's a very heavy beer.
Okay, 1 ounce rye. And then I'm going to do... I brought this over.
Got it.
A couple of dashes of the cocoa bitters. This is Angostura cocoa bitters.
Should be available at your supermarket because Angostura is available there.
Angostura cocoa bitters. I'm trying to really punch up the chocolate because this isn't that chocolatey.
It's not.
Which is good because I would be
a hint of chocolate.
Retching right now.
If it was really heavy and sweet,
I'd be retching right now.
Why do you want that in a beer?
Chocolatey.
You know.
But all right.
Beer is made from malted barley. That's sweet enough. You don't need to add all the sugar.
Fill with your Hershey's,
Yingling
Hershey's porter. That's really good. It's so lowbrow, but it's really good. I gotta put the Santa hat back on her.
Oh, there we go. We're talking about
we got computer talk happening on YouTube.
Mavericks made floppies. Yeah, sure, of course. We also remember...
Oh, Errol says we made milk stouts that have coffee flavor. Oh, yum. Yum.
Let's see. How about a coffee milk stout? Oh, well, I think it's been done. That would be the Autocrat coffee milk stout from Gansett. Yeah, fun.
Peter says for an old man beer challenge, you could add golden anniversary. That's a great idea.
What's golden anniversary?
We'll talk about it later.
Okay. So there we go.
What do you mean, soak the cherries again? Oh.
She says brandy, and I believe her.
Yes.
We probably used...
We've done brandy. We've done rum.
We probably used right now.
Anything, yeah.
All sorts of liquors will do. You could do vodka. Vodka's not going to add a lot of flavor. The brandy is good because it's got a good consistency and some color to it, which is fine. And it's a classic thing to do. You do not need to add a flavored brandy. Just add the regular brandy will do it.
Yep.
You're extracting the flavor from the cherries. And the actual darkness and the redness of this and all of the cherry flavor in this fluid, that's 100% from the cherries.
When the cherries are gone, you're just left with a delicious
bunch of cherry-flavored brandy. You can just take a shot of that. That's a good after-dinner sort of thing.
It is. You can mix with that.
It's sweet, so it definitely has some residual sugar there. But it's really nice stuff, you know?
I love the computer talk on YouTube.
Big fun. You know, classic...
Green screens and data processors.
Anybody remember punch cards and punch tape? Oh, now we're going way back.
I used to have a doctor who had an office in this building that decided that they were going to have art. So actually I've been to a lot of doctors who have art in their offices. But there was one who had like this whole sort of installation of art that was made out of punch cards. Like old punch cards. Yeah, it was interesting.
I had a friend whose father was working with some kind of data processing, and he had
punch card rates. Sherry, I love it.
He had his father worked in some kind of data processing, and they used the punch tape. It was a plastic tape, circular holes, and he brought a lot of it home. That was spare stuff. It's like you can't really do much with the program once it's dead. And the family actually took that and cut it up and made a bunch of little circles and joined them and made a chain to go around the Christmas tree. I thought that was pretty ingenious. That was Tom. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's hilarious. You know, that was it was just one of those things. Like we had it around the house. We made a Christmas tree decor out of it. Well, it's fairly useless otherwise. It's just sort of computer age junk. So that's amazing. Well, there's a lot of computer age junk because we've become a long way from Univac.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys are just talking.
Oh yeah, please discuss.
I'm trying to keep up with your conversation, but you're just discussing amongst yourselves.
Amongst yourselves. So, yeah. We're here to make some few drinks and talk
about
these
yes,
things.
Amy, happy Festivus Eve.
Yes!
Yes, Festivus is tomorrow.
Do we have a poll I can hold up? Oh, I know.
For the rest of us.
Yeah.
Can I air some grievances? It's a little early. It's only Festivus Eve. He went to find a poll. Oh.
In lieu of an official Festivus pole, I give you a boom pole. It's a real boom pole, really. It's made by Rode. This is our boom pole. We use this every time we're actually shooting video and I have to throw a microphone on her. And it is extensible. So I can make
I think that's extendable.
A rather large Festivus pole. And I can also actually like do a little boom
Don't
off
wave
there.
your pole at people.
Oh, I'm just operating boom pole. Saw that recently when we were on set. So there we go, our Festivus pole.
Do you have any grievances to air?
No. But if you do,
sure
hey,
you do.
That's what the poll's all about.
Of course you do.
Yeah,
we all do.
I have my grievances against certain computer companies, which I will not name here. So, the poll is at my handy in case we need to whip it out again.
Dr. May, I've never seen a doctor make a house call Scarlet.
No.
I know what happened, but I've never seen that in person.
I even saw that as a kid.
His mom was a nurse.
Yeah, so you think I might have seen such things.
Yeah.
I remember there was a doctor's office like right in town, and one day when I was something like 6 years old, I managed to slam my finger in a car door. So she took me to the doctor's office, and the doctor like got some lukewarm water and soaked my fingers for 20 minutes, and I was totally better.
I just had a chill at my spine.
I was totally better. I was like, I'm injured permanently.
Yeah, because you slammed your finger in a car door.
Yeah, I screamed like a madman.
That's
but
horrible.
Like a mad child. But the doctor made it all better. Boom, done. So there we go. I remember that was like this huge old Victorian house that had his office in it. It was actually really cool. So even just being in this cool old house, I was just like, oh, this is fascinating. I kind of forgot about the fact that my fingers were going, wow, wow, wow. Yeah.
I was watching today. I don't know how much I want to disclose, but I'm in a writing class. Mm-hmm. And one of the required viewings was Home Alone.
The movie.
And I haven't seen that movie since it came out in the theater.
So we're going
30 years ago. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll watch it. It's Christmas. I'll watch. I've got a list of things I need to watch, but I decided I would watch that one today because Christmas. And thinking about the slamming fingers in car doors and stuff, like, I don't know. It kind of made me think of you.
Interesting.
Little Macaulay Culkin's character made me think of you.
Well, he is stuck in a world he didn't create.
Yeah.
That might be familiar. Oh, hey, speaking of this time of year and presents under the tree, we got a few things. I think I should show off.
Oh.
So I visited a few friends who are en route to their destination today.
I didn't get to go.
I got a little bag here. I'm glad you held on the fort because it was very important. We have all this stuff going on.
Oh, no, wait, hold on. Eric says, I did a dumb thing having one of my fingers in a garage door when I was closing it. Oh, no, 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 no.
Oh, I tell you. And a garage door. Was it in the chain or something? Oh, that
Ken
sounds
says, my
horrible.
grandparents, born in the 1890s, doctor back then could only watch you suffer health conditions. They avoided the doctor for good.
That sounds like, that sounds a little familiar to our families, I gotta say.
In 1970, my doctor used to come to the home with a bag. I never saw that. The
bag. The doctor's bag. It's hilarious. So,
all right, so we're going to open some presents.
So we got a little something here from some friends who should be watching tonight. They might have repaired
I hope
because they had a long journey, and
it was sad I couldn't see.
If they're asleep, they're asleep. But we got a pair of these, and I opened one just to check it out, and these are all kinds of fun. What we have here is a little sort of a birdhouse cage which houses a lamp.
Oh my God!
This is actually metallic. It is very sturdy, and you put a little light in there, and of course you could put a little electric light in there, like one of those battery-operated candles, and it look really cool.
That's so sweet.
Do I have a room for these? And it's got a little door.
We have so many rooms.
Pop your candle in.
This would be wonderful.
Yep. Marvelous, marvelous.
Thank you.
Yes, this is so cool. So thank you. That's Steve and Laura. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve and Laura. I love them.
That I don't know. It's Kohl's. Check Kohl's.
Oh, I love it. That's so sweet. And you could get it too.
Take a look. May well be available at your
That's
local.
really good. They did a good job.
It's actually well made. It's very sturdy. It has a distinct Pier 1 look to it. I think Pier 1 is no longer available to the buying public. So you got to go to Coles.
I think that's lovely. Thank you.
A pair of those, like, around your door. Put those at the front of your house there and throw in a green candle and a red candle. And if you know which way those go, then you grew up at a yacht club. So.
I love it. Thank you.
Big fun. I just want to give a shout out because I thought that these were very cool. So.
Oh.
Festivus,
yes.
Festivus,
yes,
Festivus,
Brandy.
Pole.
Okay, I'm catching up on comments.
You know,
yes,
you all
Lisa
have
saying, I believe he said Brandy for the ones he used tonight. Yes.
Thank you.
Said, let's sing. Mr. R is putting out the Festivus pole with the Christmas strobe light on it. Front yard.
Now I feel like I need
well
a
done.
strobe on this thing.
Well done.
Hilarious.
Bravo. I think that's fabulous.
The best I have for a strobe is our little alky pal over there.
Oh, no. I've got a phone strobe.
You want to grab the phone
Thanks
strobe?
to Aaron and, no. You want me
Shall
to?
I grab the phone strobe?
You know where it is?
Yeah. Well, I know where it was.
We could plug it into my phone, but my phone is powering this broadcast. It's on the bench.
It's on where?
The bench.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
Okay.
Aaron and Matthew sent us this.
Mm-hmm.
This is like my...
Yeah.
I love this so much.
I have a phone too. There's no reason we have to plug
you
into
plug
that
it
phone.
into your phone.
Yep.
Bag, if Bag had a dry martini, that would cure.
Okay, I think my phone case is going to give us grief.
Errol says, Lisa and I have a bird that is never in its cage except when she wants to sleep.
Oh.
I've never had a bird, but I've seen birds, and I think they're kind of demanding, right?
Well, they're like little children.
They are. No, but they're
fairly sharp little characters.
They're sharp.
Yep.
That's exactly what I was going to
That's
say. They're smart.
Smart little characters. So,
right.
I know this
so,
right.
Aaron and Matthew sent us this, and
I have to debox my phone to get this to work
enthralled.
properly.
I'm enthralled.
I'm thinking, I don't have a cable that will extend this, do I? No.
Oh, I'll put it in my phone. I'll unplug my phone. I don't care.
All right, do that.
Here.
This is too much of a pain.
Wait till you see this. We got to find out where they got it, because this is like... I got it the wrong way.
There you go.
Watch it not work now. I just plugged it in. Hold on.
I tell you, it's a struggle, folks. It's a struggle.
It's gotta work. Oh, maybe it needs to be charged.
No.
Oh, here we go.
No, it doesn't.
All right.
It's taking power from your
Doesn't.
phone.
Okay.
I got the pole, you got the strobe.
I had it
Boom,
the wrong
done.
way.
It's like we're living a disco.
Forget about the rat race.
And now we can actually like display a little lighter on the whole joint.
Oh, we'll definitely have to have this on New Year's Eve,
baby.
when we're dropping
This is big fun. Did we manage to...
Oh, hold on. I think I did. All right.
Okay. Sorry.
Got it
Can't see
back.
it. You touch that screen and crazy things happen.
Yep. Okay. Got it
Controls
back.
everything.
Don't click away.
No, we're still here. Of course, you get a great view of Colonel Sanders and the Sound
And
of
my
Christmas album.
face. Okay.
I tell you. Still holding the pole. There we go. There we go. Such a delay on this thing. Jeez, we actually went back ages
okay,
ago.
hold on.
Come on. Watch out touching that screen.
I'm not touching it.
Yeah, telling
Oh,
you.
wait, I did.
You are touching
Shoot.
it.
All right.
See? See? Jeez.
Try not to touch it.
Can dress her up.
Don't touch anything. Okay.
There it goes again. Freaking out.
Woo!
Don't touch the screen.
I'm not touching the
Your
screen.
cable's on the screen. Get out of there. Come on.
No, but then I've got a cable dangling. All right.
That's okay. Better that than to freak things
All
out.
right.
See? We got that going on, too. Got the pole, got the strobe. Big fun. I feel like I'm going fishing with this thing, by the way.
All right.
Nothing.
It is kind of groovy,
Nothing.
right? I love
Yeah.
it. I got to pull it out because, like, I can't... Apparently, it's not ideal for a live broadcast.
Well, that's controlling everything. So you touch the screen and fun things happen. Nature of our software over here.
But anyway,
But anyway, folks.
we will make sure we you know what? I'll plug it into your phone on New Year's Eve.
Move my case
and
then
then
I'll be able to do that.
Yes, we will. Yeah, we'll have it for New Year's Eve, but it won't be on my phone. So
figure that bleep out.
It'll be amazing, and
Yes.
we'll be dropping the ball. It's all going to be great.
By which we mean we'll have a large mirror ball which will spin and drop. Not that we won't show up. Just saying. But fun, eh?
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Who wants 2021
I love
to
the bird
last
stories.
longer? No.
Who wants 2021 to last longer? I don't think anybody does.
Nobody wanted 2020 to last longer, and 21 can go away.
I know a guy who fished with a dotted line.
I knew some gentlemen.
Don't cross the streams. Exactly. I think we crossed the streams.
I think that there were. I remember seeing.
Lisa says make another drink, and you've only had one.
Oh, this is true. Well, Lisa, what would you like? Let's see where we go with that. I remember seeing some gentlemen fishing in the East River of Manhattan.
Oh, really?
And pulling things out. I remember somebody pulled out a pretty sizable trout, and I'm like, wow, trout fishing in Manhattan.
Airing some grievances.
Maybe. I'm just balancing.
We got a long drive tomorrow. I think we could air some grievances.
I'm just balancing my pole. This is working pretty well so far. This is a genuine boom pole. You would put a microphone on this, attach it to your camera, record some audio. Saw some gentlemen do this wirelessly on the set we were on recently. They had really massive poles. But what do you mean? The actual...
Which just sounds all kinds of wrong.
The actual, equipment that they were... That still sounds wrong. Anyway, they had large boom poles.
Just don't talk. Just don't talk anymore.
And I did ask them what they were using for microphones. They had some really, really nice microphones. So, all of you equipment nerds, yeah, good stuff's happening out there. Oh, no. But anyway, still waiting for what drink I should make. I'm taking suggestions tonight.
I knew a guy who fished with a dotted line, kept catching every other fish.
Anyway, I'm going to get rid of my Festivus pole.
Festivus boom pole?
Festivus boom pole.
Oh, man. All right, we need another drink.
We do?
For you.
Taking suggestions. I took suggestions from the first one. People leaned Manhattan.
Leaned.
It was a good lean.
Stupid COVID, exactly.
I am tending away from making a martini because she made one, and I like variety on this.
Okay, well,
as much as I like a good
martini. I think we're
martini.
heading ginward.
Heading ginward.
Ginward.
Really? What do you got in a gin drink that is not a martini? Just asking.
I only have gin left. Lisa and Errol. They got there first, so I think we're leading ginward.
Lead us on. What do you got? What do you got in gin?
It's up to you.
It's up to me? Okay. Well, do you have anything in gin that's not a martini? Because I just want to do something a little different.
Aviation?
We could do a lot of great things that sound like that. And a cocktail size thing, there's an aviation. There's also a fantastic tropical called the Royal Hawaiian. Haven't made it in a long time.
Do it. Do it.
Do we have pineapple? I could do this.
Gin and pomegranate. Oh, we have pomegranate.
Yeah, we have straight palm.
Gin and pomegranate. And, okay. Gin, pomegranate.
Thinking.
Orange liqueur.
I'm thinking.
Some sour.
What is in a...
Ginger lemon tea.
What is in a clover club? Isn't it raspberry? Let me look it up.
I don't remember. All right, hold on. I haven't made a clover club in many years. All right, I found it. Raspberry, very good.
Yep.
Gin. And an egg white.
Actually, the classic Clover Club from the 1965 Mr. B has grenadine. There we go.
This one calls for...
We've named it. We have lemon...
Gin, lemon juice, which we already have, raspberry, and egg white.
Garnished with 3 raspberries. Juice. We don't have raspberries. They're out of season. Do we have... Yes, we do. This is lemon juice?
Yes.
I need a shaker. I will get a shaker. I'm going to use this formula from Mr. B because...
Hi, Miko9.
He's a venerable guy. Juice of half a lemon. That's half an
Oh,
ounce.
he's gonna do the Clover Club variation. Because I don't think we can. Well, you could, but
Well, this is
lingonberry. I think we have that somewhere, don't we?
this is older than that, so I'm going to call this the original. Grenadine it is.
Something bubbly. Believe it or not, we don't have bubbles.
No bubbles.
Tonight.
We're
going away,
we
so
do
we didn't
have
buy bubbles.
We
this
do have the
week.
IKEA lingonberry, and that would be a really great sub for, say,
Mhm.
pomegranate and things, which is kind of fun. And I think there are way too few lingonberry cocktails out there.
Oh, well,
So-
maybe we'll alleviate that in the new year.
Lingonberry, akavit. Oh, you could really go Nordic on that one. That would be fun. We have some friends who might just hail from, say, Scandinavia that would be very interested in such things. I can
Gin,
get to that.
pomegranate liqueur, lime, topped with kava.
That sounds great.
That sounds delicious.
That sounds delicious. I would do that in a minute.
Maybe we'll do that on the New Year's Eve broadcast.
Getting a shaker.
I love that idea. Do we still have pomegranate liqueur?
I don't think so.
We could get some, because that sounds wonderful. And we have to make some New Year's cocktails. He's got to go wash out his shaker because we put so many away for the season. That was foolish. Maybe next year we won't put half of our shakers away. Anyway, he'll be back. Ken wants a Tom Collins.
Oh,
I love that idea. We could do that on New Year's Eve too.
Collins is a classic.
That's a good one for New Year's Eve, I think. Oh yes, Clover Club, Lisa's saying. Are you doing Clover Club?
Bingo.
Okay. He's still doing, I lost track for a minute. He's still doing Clover Club. All right, he's back. He's back.
Boys are back in town.
Polly's back in town.
Boys are back in town. I was actually listening not to Thin Lizzy earlier, but Gary Glitter.
I'm gonna say
Gary Glitter, same era, so I was kind of
I'm
inspired.
gonna call this Santa's Clover Club.
This is called the Clover Club in Mr. Boston in 1965.
No, but
It's
I'm
a
not
Clover
sure
Club.
it's gonna be a legit Clover Club. So
Mr. B is legit.
no, I'm not worried about Mr. V. I'm worried about you.
What? I'm just mixing according to instructions.
You're not gonna make variations.
No. Would you want variations?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, hey, we go
Okay,
with
Clover
what?
Club it is.
This is an egg.
Clover. I know.
I think we probably figured that part out.
I'm way ahead of that.
Yep. So
Right.
I'm going to actually create an egg white.
And create an egg white.
Yeah, there we go. Because that's what this requires. Let's see if I can do this properly without a mess. What do you know? I might be able to do that.
One egg white.
I gotta figure out how to do that with just one hand and separating that inside the shell like that.
I know how to do that,
Chefs
actually.
do because yeah, you learned that because you actually took courses. And there's always this gloppy
Tilt
stuff that
it.
comes out. Tilt, 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 tilt. You gotta make that.
Because otherwise you're
Whoa.
going to be here all day waiting for that to separate.
Usually I just kind of like give this a little coercion, and there it goes,
There you go.
and that's good enough. So
Save the yolk.
the egg white.
Chin mule. Symbolic holidays
mule.
in a major city.
Could you do like cocktails to,
Right.
to represent Jesus, Mary, Joseph, and the three wise guys? Now that
The three wise guys.
Le Challenge. Take it on. Let's check this out here.
Marigold and Frank Sinatra.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. That's a classic. Shot of Old Mr. Boston Dry Gin. I don't have that, so I'm going to use what I do have, which happens to be Bombay. Well, that's
Probably for
fun.
the best that you don't have old Mr. Boston.
Yeah, and in this day and age, that might be the real thing.
Who's that?
I brought along 2 of these little metal guys. That's what I need.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Because this is the shot. So I'm using the shot size.
1.5.
1.5. And since this is 94 proof, 1.5 packs a punch.
I think you're going to be perfectly fine.
I'll be perfectly marinated, folks. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere this evening, so hello. Not anywhere outside of here.
Thank heavens.
Yeah.
Right.
But no, of course I wouldn't.
Who gets the yolk? He's got to make an omelet or something tomorrow.
The other possibility is that you make a drink with
Dr. Bombay, come right away.
Hey, we don't know Dr. Bombay, but we do know Dr. Karuba. So
okay, so
that's a cocktail genius there.
I'm focusing. 1.5 ounces of gin.
What you need to do is focus. What?
I did not say that you said that. I didn't say that. I'm focusing.
No, they're not focusing. So the next thing we need to do is the white of an egg.
I got that already.
Okay. That's a lot of white, to tell you the truth. I think you can make 2 cocktails with that. And when I do actually shake up a Ramos Gin Fizz, I'm using that for 2 of those. It makes plenty of
so
fizz.
Many things I could say right now that I'm just going to keep to myself.
Keep to myself.
Anyway.
Juice of half a lemon is half an ounce. So we're going to pour that as well. Okay. That's about that much, and that's lovely. It says 2 teaspoons of grenadine. I'm going to add a little more because she made this marvelous grenadine recently. Very good.
I did.
I would like to add half an ounce of that too. So boom.
How much?
Half ounce.
Half ounce. Okay.
Go. A lot of Clover Club recipes say raspberry syrup. Yeah, in the era that this drink originated, you probably would have used both of these syrups, and they would have been working just fine. That's it according to that, but I would like to add some orange bitters because otherwise it's not a cocktail. 2 dashes. There we go. Now, we talk sometimes about drinks that you don't actually have to shake because it's just a bunch of clear ingredients. Manhattans, martinis. Just stir them. Stir them hard enough to get cold. You're done.
It was good.
I like to shake because I'm impatient. Get rid of that water. It's nice. But anything that has creamy ingredients or egg whites, you got to shake the hell out of it.
Agreed.
And if you're talking to Ramos, the original fizz was apparently chicken for like
It was
15 minutes.
It was shooken for minutes.
Shook out of shape. So what we're going to do is shake the hell out of this. Starting now.
Villa.
Hey! Just shaking, that's all.
Oh, okay, so Errol is saying the 3 wise guys to be Minnie, Mo.
And Jack.
No, Mo, Larry, and Curly.
Mo, Larry, and Curly. Now we're done.
Occasionally Shep. Yes. Minnie, Mo, and Jack, that was me, the pet boys.
There you go.
Yeah, now Mo, Larry, Curly, and occasionally Shep.
What are they, you guys?
Oh.
Hey, Mo!
Nope.
That's it.
Yep.
The issue here is that I've been shaking this long enough that I've got a lot of condensation happening on this bottom part. And this is very,
is your hand frozen in the shaker yet?
Cold. And you've all seen the Christmas Story with the whole scene about whether your tongue will stick to the piece of metal. So what I need to do is wait long enough for this to defrost.
Your hand froze to the shaker.
That's a hard shake. If you have to shake egg white, shake the hell out of it.
Yes.
Put a glove on. You've got to shake it up. With a Ramos, I'm not going to give it 15 minutes, but I literally...
That's why we all need robots.
I time out 2 minutes, and I shake it for 2 minutes.
We all need robots.
To get a Ramos. And then you pour it into tall glasses, and you have this very large head of foam.
Yes, Pepper Tree Villa says you got a whole lot of shaking going on.
Which is what is going to happen here.
You did.
Which is what is going to happen here. Where are my cocktail glasses? The big ones.
I'm going to
use those up. Yes. I'll take a sock.
Okay.
Yep. Oh!
Oh, that's not what you meant. Sorry.
Speaking of wise guys.
Okay.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Hey, Mo!
Woob, woob, woob.
Woob, woob, woob. Okay. If you happen to have a little ornament that you get strapped on.
I can decorate your glass. I got this.
I'll decorate your tree.
I'll decorate your glass this year.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, check it out. These all, who made those wraparounds? I didn't even know.
Mom gave us these.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. They're
there
fun.
You go.
They're just a little wrap around your cocktail stem.
They're super easy to use.
They're very easy
to
use and unused. You know, and easy to wash. So that's fun stuff. Dr. Bombay. Dr. Bombay. I love that.
Emergency. Come right away.
I got a whole hell lot of foam happening in here. And I'm going to strain it out and watch the fun happen. It's all fluid. And then it's all going to be foam.
I have a research question for the new year. Why did so many drinks back in the day have egg white? I know it provided foam. That's the quick answer. That's not what I was going to say. I just mean, like, why were they trying to make them creamy?
The foamy head is special effects.
Well, I know, but it's not that special.
It's special enough.
It's not glitter special.
They didn't have glitter. So they used egg whites.
They had glitter.
Maybe. You let that settle a bit, and suddenly you've got a good half an inch of foam happening at the top of this, which is big fun. If you're thinking to yourself, I really can't do egg whites, or I got a problem with raw eggs, try aquafaba, or try a different cocktail that involves pineapple juice, because pineapple will give you that foamy head as well.
Yeah, but it's going to add a lot of sweetness.
So. It will add some sweetness, so you have to balance that out. I referred earlier to the Royal Hawaiian, which is a gin tropical. What do you know? Gin, pineapple, orgeat. I had orange bitters as well. Now, goose those ingredients so it's not that sweet. Like more of the base and the modify the orgeat and the pineapple, and then you're in really good shape. That's a
Sherry
classic.
Says, we ate a lot of noodles with extra yolks and had leftover egg whites. That's as good an idea as any I've heard.
You know, if you make ice cream, and you need like 6 egg yolks for ice cream, I think that there's a formula in the Ben & Jerry's ice cream book.
That is good.
They say, what do you do with the egg whites? You either make meringues or you leave them in the fridge until they smell bad and you throw them out.
It's a classic for a reason.
Clover Club. Interestingly, the Grenadine added nothing in the way of color. This thing is just like cream color. Wait a minute, what's it? I don't know.
Duck.
Ah! No, it is not actually that cold. It can't be that cold.
Oh,
but if you threw some dry ice in here, yeah, your tongue would
Oh yeah, Amy is bringing up Saturn is another.
The Saturn. There we go.
Sherry's saying maybe yolks are in a hangover cure. Yes. Yep.
That's one possibility. You've heard of some.
Whip them with sugar and bake. That's the.
Yep.
That's an
idea. Make meringues.
Yep.
Or make a bunch of this, because this is a classic and it's good and fun and it's got some special effects. I'm getting the extra bit of the foam in there. Hey, knock it off.
It's good. I'm going to steal it.
Please. I don't mind if you have a sip. Yeah. Boop, 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 boop.
Good.
I haven't actually made the Clover Club a lot in the years we've been in this house, but recently I made one up and I said, that's good. We've got to put that back in rotation.
It is good.
That's a classic. This adds a lot of texture without adding anything in the way of flavor. So it's not like, oh, I've got eggs in my cocktail. The egg whites don't really add much.
No, they don't taste like, it doesn't taste like eggs, that's for sure.
Really, all of the cholesterol and flavor is in the yolks. Egg whites are just sort of like a superfluous bit.
Is it that time?
It might just well be that time.
We gotta go pack.
We gotta move it on tomorrow and go to other pastures.
Wow.
Not greener, but other pastures. And we gotta do that whole Xmas thing. Get the Xmas Atmos. Which, if you don't have yet, I wish you would, because I know you'll all love it. We've got a lot going on back here in the way of Atmos.
Foam is special.
Foam is good. Yeah, foam is good. And we will continue to for days and days. And once we have to start packing some of this away, guess what? It's Elvis's birthday, so we still have an Elvis tree.
No, but we will be going live on New Year's Eve.
But we will do New Year's Eve too. Because, hey, that's all part of the season.
Let's just say 11:30 Eastern.
11:30 Eastern Time. NYE 12/31/21. Gonna happen. We'll
let's just commit.
We got a
11:30.
We've got a big
Eastern.
ball that's going to drop, and since Dick Clark has moved off of this mortal coil, I don't think there's much of a reason to watch that thing on the television. So you don't bother with that. Maybe we'll got a great soundtrack going on so you can listen along. I wonder if we could play some rumbar. We talked a little about that. Let's say,
yes, Merry Christmas, Happy Solstice, and Happy Festivus, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Amy,
Merry
you
travels.
gotta try Clover Club, so good.
Oh, this is true.
Yes, Merry travels to everyone who is traveling, and Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates, and
Police?
Happy Festivus, Happy Holidays, and we will see you next week. We're going live twice next week, I think. But we'll try to keep them different.
Boom, boom, boom.
We'll try to keep New Year's Eve separate.
Segregated from the other things, so it's not just
broadcast.
a blurring.
Yeah. We'll try to keep you interested.
They're distinct events, after all. If you did the Hanukkah thing, then hey, happy. I haven't had latkes in ages, and that kind of sounds like a good idea, actually.
Now,
it is. I know. I'm just saying. We have these things.
Oh, Errol, thank you.
Yes. You also have that little Boxing Day thing happening there.
Oh, thank you, Pepper Tree.
Hey. Good. Thank you. Well, peace on earth and all that rotter. And
yes, Merry Christmas to you guys.
if it were recommendable, I'd say go trolling your town for wassail. I don't know if that's a great idea these days. Maybe you want to make it at home. There's always
so many good recipes.
Glühwein and the Gluck and the spiked cider and the Tom and Jerry. So there's fantastic things to do. Eggnog.
Coquito.
Eggnog. So
do it.
Anyway, fantastic stuff. Thank you.
Anyway, yes, thank you so much, and we will
joining us here in this space
next week.
Do some more Xmas drinks and big fun.
And I'm not going to say Happy New Year because we're going to see you before that.
We'll see you before then.
But
definitely.
Happy Festivus.
If we will not see you, then Happy New Year. But if we will see you, then watch for that ball drop. We might just have a little auld lang syne going on. I'll risk the copyright police. Blah blah blah.
Hi Joe, I didn't see you, but yes, Merry Happy to you.
Very happy.
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
All right.
Happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Oh God, I'm getting. Hi Dawn. Oh man.
Oh man. Hey, our animator. By the way, Dawn does work for hire, so if you need something animated, drop him a line. Just saying, that's our last plug for the night.
All right.
And our final plug. We also have Glendora's record, in case you need a little something. If you do not have a copy of this, drop us a personal. $14 gets it to your door, and there's a download code, which we can send you immediately. So you'll hear it before the big day.
All right.
This is the guy. So, that's it for how this whole thing runs. Greasing the wheels. Folks,